tried to post in the event.
And we go. Okay. All right.
Hi, everybody. Welcome.
Hi.
It's Tuesday night. You know what that means.
That means it's Fat Tuesday. So.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. I got my beads already. I was at a house party on Langdon Street, and I was up on the second level, and I showed my full, wonderful breasts, and I got these beads.
Good job, Mike.
Yeah, so that was a good start to the evening.
Way to show your tatas.
Thank you. It was easy too. Anyway, if it was that easy, we'd all have beats. Anyway.
Oh, there's clinking. That's a good sign.
Hey.
All right, hello to our fabulous studio audience.
Welcome.
Tonight.
We have
Our
our
audience is multiplying.
Yeah, we have our biggest audience on record.
Yeah.
I mean, for this event.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. There's even the studio audience laughter.
Right.
I love it. But yes, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We have special guests even from out of state visiting. So
Yeah, sounds good.
very honored to have you all here.
All right.
Yeah, cheers.
So
Happy Fat Tuesday.
Yeah, happy Fat Tuesday is what I say.
Which makes me think of New Orleans.
It does make me think of New
And
Orleans.
the times that we've been there were fun.
And they've been. I think the first time we went to New Orleans, we pull in at midnight the night before. And didn't they have a special or something like that? So Wendy and I were going in to just meet the people, and we go into.
And we had flyers to hand out for the show the next day.
And it was like a Tuesday or something. There's a place called the Dixie Tavern
on Canal Street.
Which was a pretty cool venue.
It was a pretty cool venue.
But except they told us, like, don't touch the floor no matter what you do.
Right.
Okay, that's a good sign.
Right, we won't touch the
sign
floor
of a
no matter
good dive bar.
Sign of a good venue.
But yeah, we went in there and we were like, okay, we've got like a couple hours till bar time.
Yeah.
Because it's not on Bourbon Street, so it's not like the up all night, open all night thing. So Ben dropped us off and took the crew to the hotel.
Yeah.
And then Mike and I ran inside with the flyers ready to like hand them out, and there were like literally 2 people in the bar. So
Yes.
we handed those 2 people flyers, and then we sat at the bar, and they said, "Oh, we have a special tonight: 3 shots of bourbon for $3."
Right. So
wow.
immediately.
Finest quality bourbon you can
Right,
imagine.
Right.
We didn't care. We've been driving from.
Oh, wasn't it?
Actually, so what happened was the night before we were supposed to play in Houston at the Sidecar Pub,
Yeah.
and the van blew a belt. It
The
blew an
tension or pulley?
It blew an O-ring
It was the tension or pulley.
in Orange, Texas.
in Orange, Texas.
And nothing rhymes with Orange, Texas.
No. And so anyway, so we're staying overnight in Orange, Texas. So we had to cancel our show in Houston. So we didn't get to play the night before. We just drank sadly in our rooms and watched dodgeball.
And we got such a late start because we were waiting for the repair, right?
Yeah. So
You
anyway,
were about to say.
I was just gonna say that the okay, so
the tension or pulley.
I lost it.
Oh, sorry.
That's it.
I
That,
interrupted.
right. That was.
Oh, so I should
Spring.
mention,
He lost that memory in spring break of 2006.
I should mention that Sunspot is not one to cancel shows. So in
No.
like 1,100 shows, I think we've canceled 3.
And they were all because we didn't
All
have a
'cause of
choice.
Ben.
We couldn't physically get
I
there
know.
because they were all Orange, Texas.
And then I had mono, and we still played, and I barfed like when we were on stage.
Oh yeah.
And they covered me until I got back, and I had my wireless, so I could start
You
playing
played as long as you could.
immediately as soon as the barfing
But
stopped.
still, things came through the wireless. So
It
this
was
is great.
bad.
We're in the
It was
middle of
ugly.
doing a cover of Ring of Fire, or whatever. So Ben goes off. It's pretty easy because he's just sitting on the B flat or whatever for a long time. Ben is playing as hard as he can, and then he just runs away. We don't know where he is. But then through the pickup, through the wireless, through the pickup, you hear like a "Whoa! Whoa!" And we're on stage, and I'm like, oh yeah. And so Ben is throwing up, and he's still chugging along in the B flat the whole time. He's like, "Whoa!" And we're like, this is magic. Like, the good people of, we were in some town in Illinois,
yeah,
like
it
south
was-
of Chicago. But it's
With
got
the
like
Flying Squirrels of Doom we were playing.
yeah,
with.
we were playing with the KK and the
KK
Flying
and the
Hamsters.
Flying
doing-
Hamsters is doing it. Yeah.
Anyway, so Ben actually vomited. So the thing is, we won't quit. But the next weekend, Ben's mono got worse.
This is the next night in Eau Claire.
That's right. And
Yeah, so like to clarify, we finished that show.
Yes.
Like barfing and all, we finished it in Chicago. and then we canceled the next one.
We had to
the
because
next night.
Ben makes out with the audience at every single show, and we were worried that they were going to get deathly ill.
That's how
Gotta
do you think
make
he
sure
got
you
it?
get your
That's right.
value.
The
Right.
kissing disease,
He got
right?
it from the
Yeah.
show before. Anyway, so yes, but Ben is a trooper, and he did play through vomiting, and that we were really, I guess, proud of him. I don't know if the crowd was. Well, the crowd was pretty cool that night because KK and the Flying Hamsters had a good crowd.
Yeah, it was a fun crowd.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a very pleasant experience.
They didn't mind.
For us. For Ben, it was a
Poor
little rougher.
Ben.
A little rougher.
And Ben also did a show on stage in a wheelchair after he dislocated his knee.
Yeah.
Couple shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. They wheeled me out on stage at the Annex.
A hospital gown.
Right, dressed up as nurses. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I see there's no comments yet.
I know. Is anybody watching? Is there anyone out there?
Yes, if you are, give a comment.
You guys can comment live. You can
Yes,
be like
actually,
the,
I'm
the
more
chat
Right,
room.
those
You.
3 thumbs are probably from in here, right?
That's fine.
Oh yeah. Just we want to make sure it's
Because
actually
also this
working.
gets saved and we get it to our Patreon community as well.
Yes.
So that if you guys are interested in joining our Patreon community, if anybody's out there paying attention, then check out othersidepodcast.com/donate or patreon.com/sunspotmusic. And then you can hang out, and we have special gifts for you Patreons out there that the regular schmoes don't get. So anyway, you were going to say Ben did play in a wheelchair one time.
Yeah.
Oh look, it's
Oh,
Marius.
Marius!
We did not cancel that show.
No, that was at the Annex. And
There
Oh,
we
and
go.
John.
Yeah, all right.
hey, John.
And Marius from Synergy 67.
That's
one
right.
of our favorite bands to play with
And
ever.
Synergy 67 just celebrated their 20th anniversary
Happy
at
anniversary.
Crucible.
That's awesome.
in Madison.
Wow.
So I wasn't able to make it
Pretty
because I was going. But the thing is, congratulations to Marius. Now Synergy is a great band because they live in Under Armour, right? Like they dress like robots.
Under Armour.
Well, no, but they were the ones that told us about Under Armour. I was wearing an Under Armour t-shirt before today. That's why I was saying.
Oh. I thought you were
So
checking
they're
your
like,
underarms when you
this.
said that.
Well, yeah, it probably smells bad, but it's just you guys. So the thing is, but because they wear like robot costumes on stage, bleep bloop kind of shit. It's really great, and it's all industrial music, and it's like glow lights and reflective tape. And I'm not selling it well. I understand. They wear
it's
Under Armour and reflective tape.
It's
You're
like the
serious
black
brand.
light stuff.
Yeah, it's like the black light stuff. Get high, go see Synergy
It's really
67.
cool.
You're gonna have a good time.
Yes.
And it's great music. But they introduced me. They're like, man, you can sweat in the stuff all day, and it still feels good. And okay, that's a dumb story, but they're a good band.
This episode was brought to you by Under Armour.
Yeah, and so Under Armour, if you're interested in sponsoring us, we love to sweat all day and still feel good. So put it on us.
Oh,
So
it's Andy!
Andy
Hey,
Katz,
all right.
all right.
Synergy.
Speaking of
Awesome.
Synergy,
Yeah.
yeah, like shows like
there's
the old
Melody.
days. Hi, Melody.
Hey, all
Yeah.
right.
So Andy remembers the days when we used to play with Synergy in Wausau.
Yeah.
And then there was a Super 8 that had a 24-hour pool.
And for some reason,
They
they
let us
totally
No, it's
didn't mind
because-
if we just threw a huge afterbar in the
Because
pool.
Synergy's drummer was banging the girl at the front desk. Sorry,
yeah.
he was dating her with his genitals. And yeah, so Synergy's drummer, he was a good-looking guy. And so I could see the girl at the front desk loved him. So she was just like, yeah, you guys can stay up all night and hang out.
But
and
they would just announce from the stage, like, okay, after the show, everybody head to the Super 8. Like,
Right.
all of Wausau would show up at the Super 8. And it would
Yeah.
just be like
Yeah.
the worst combination of, like, drunk people and a swimming pool.
And band members.
Great idea.
Right.
No, but it was super fun, though.
Yeah, that was really good times. Anyway, thank you for that memory, Andy. That's nice.
That's great.
I kind of want to tell the rest of the
Oh,
New
yeah.
Orleans story.
Yeah, please.
Oh, yeah, okay, please. Ben.
Laissez les bons temps
You
rouler.
start.
Right, to celebrate,
right.
right. So we roll up at the venue the night we were actually playing in New Orleans, and we park the van and trailer outside, and we go in and we're taking equipment in, and we're like getting ready to sound check, and we hear like the most horrible noise, and a drunk driver hit my brand new trailer and took off the wheel well, and so that's why
Well,
we were.
hold on, though. He didn't just...
Well, I was gonna
Okay.
tell the rest of. You could tell the rest of the story.
No,
Okay,
but
all
we'll
right.
get there. But we got in there. We got in there to set up at 5 o'clock. there was a guy sitting at the bar who asked for a shot, took a shot, and fell over.
Yeah, and he
At
was
5
belligerent.
At 5 o'clock,
New Orleans.
and was like, I'm wrong.
He was trying to fight everybody in the bar. Like, he
Yeah.
was belligerent.
Right.
And so,
He worked there, usually, but that was his day off, and he decided to celebrate at the bar. So he gets plastered, falls over, and we're like, wow, that guy's wasted. Hope he's not driving.
like, he's not going to be conscious for our show.
Yeah, guess who's not driving? Guess who was driving? He jumps in the he jumps in his truck. He hits a car that hits a car that hits our trailer. And the car in the middle was like demolished. It looked
No, there were like multiple cars
Cars in the
totaled in
middle.
that accident. And our trailer damage was nothing compared to, like, because there were like 4 cars that were pancakes basically.
Now this is 5
Like-
o'clock. We play at 10. And so we hear this noise, like, holy crap, what was that? We run outside. We see the truck in the street. Our van is parked on the sidewalk with this. So
With the trailing.
the car hit another car that jumped the sidewalk, then into the trailer. And then I just see a guy open the door of the truck and go, ah, and fall out.
Jeez.
And I'm like, oh crap.
That was scary.
Is he dead?
Well, the thing was that he left the bar. I remember because I was on stage, like, starting to set up, and he left the bar, and then immediately I heard a car engine start and like tires screeching, and I looked at the bouncer and I'm like, oh my god, that was not that guy that just left the bar, right? Because he was like, he could
Right.
barely walk.
Fell off the
I was like, he didn't just get into a motor vehicle, and the bouncer was like, yeah, I tried to stop him, but like,
That's it.
so then the resulting, like,
The irony was that the person that served him that like fifth of scotch was the bartender whose car got. So she had like $4,000 worth of makeup supplies, all uninsured, complete total loss when her car got crushed. It was a rough
Her
night
car
for
got
karma.
totaled, too.
Right.
Got- and she took it
But
like
yeah.
a trooper.
yeah, she did.
She really did. Because she's like, oh, that's my car. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I thought she'd want to go home or whatever. She still worked all night. We played. It actually went pretty well. And I think I went to an after bar with the band that we had played with. And these guys went because the people we were with on that tour hadn't been to Bourbon Street before. So you guys went down at 2 o'clock in the morning. I went to the after bar.
That's right, yeah.
And she was there until dawn. And so she was in a pretty good mood.
Went down to two.
We went to Bourbon Street.
You went to Bourbon Street.
And Mike
I
went
was,
to the after bar.
I was in after bar. So you left me alone in
We
New Orleans
split
with
up.
strangers.
Hey, you chose to go with them, not us.
I went
Well,
to
the good-looking.
I went to the garage with the bouncer to fix the trailer.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
I went to
That's why I
Bourbon
said, what do you mean I went to
I
Bourbon
went to an
Street?
after bar, and me and the bartender had a great time. So the thing is, she kept a positive attitude about it, and that's what you got to do. You got to keep looking up. So Dixie Tavern is always a good reminder for me to, number one, don't park on the sidewalk because it's dangerous, and number two, keep looking
And
up.
we were really lucky too, because like nobody got hurt in that accident. Oh, except for the guy that was
Yeah,
doing the
except for
driving.
the guy, like,
But-
he got.
He was
I think he
okay.
broke his nose,
Something.
like pounded. I mean,
Like, because he hit the wheel. Yeah.
he deserved a little more than he got. He did,
But
right.
like, it was a miracle because people were outside smoking and making phone calls like right out front, and
Right.
that's right where he
right
like,
in the
hit everything.
street, like it's in the middle of a thing. Anyway, New Orleans, happy Fat Tuesday. Get them beads.
Laissez les bon temps rouler.
Who dat? As they say. Okay, we should play a song.
Yeah, let's play a song. You guys
right.
ready for some music?
We should play.
Yeah, all right.
All right, and the audience grows too.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hey, look at that. There's,
This is awesome.
okay.
So do we have to adjust the?
Yes. So we should adjust this down because sometimes we're a little bit loud.
Oh, which song? Running.
Yeah.
Then I will play. Go home.
Oh, can I get the
Sure, you can get it. It's right
I thought you had it. All right. Well, hey, face bonkers, we're having another.
Did you adjust the microphone? That's right.
Okay.
Now I'm really close, but you guys are far away.
And you're right next to the mic.
All right.
Okay, you guys.
Don't worry, we're professionals. You can see us in
All the
action.
time.
You can see us in action.
You guys scoot over. No, the other way, dude.
Right in front of me.
Well, I gotta give the crowd what they want. But you can see us in action this Friday at McCullough's. It's the Meacham Road location, and we're gonna have a good time. It'll be electric and acoustic all night with the Racine amp. I'm gonna join you. So this song is off our first album, which this year is celebrating its.
Oh. Oh yeah, April
So,
Fool's Day.
yeah, April Fool's Day. So 20th anniversary. Eric Geiger. What's in the box? Cajon. If that cajon had actually a pallet in the box, that'd be way cooler. Woke up this morning paralyzed by her dream. I stared at my ceiling for an hour. Well, a little fall, a little then got out of it. And then I went to work and nothing more was forever. Why was the best dream that we best? We got still gone endless. When I woke up, we had passed falling because human race. So my life I've been running in place. A dream to pick up the pace. For all my life will be running in place. Running in place. Oh, that woman smells so old and beats. I said at my window forever. When you have too much evidence like battle. When you're a silent weapon and the patience, I was the man that wasted. Dreams in the trees, moving too fast. We danced along, and died. But when I woke, it had me by falling behind in the human race. 'Cause all of my life I've been running late. The buzz with me got to take the pace. Oh, all of our lives will be running in place. All right, Ben, we got your. So we'll give you a close up. Thank you.
That was like Sling Blade.
That's where that's
Mashed potatoes.
Sling Blade. Chicks love the Sling Blade demo. All right.
So,
So, what are the finest memories that you have of Fat Tuesday?
I haven't really celebrated it too much, to be honest with you.
Have you ever given up anything for Lent?
No.
But how about you? Now, Ben, didn't you go to New Orleans Mardi Gras one year?
Maybe.
Wow. Well, that's our exciting life, guys.
Mike, that was a big
How about
build-up for
you,
to
Mike?
tell your story.
Yeah.
Oh, I got no story. That's why I was asking you. If I had a
Well,
story,
dude,
if I had a story, I'd be
tell,
telling
You
it.
could talk about some things you've given up for Lent.
The things that I've given up for Lent, I can't talk about.
Okay, all right. So never mind.
Yeah,
Well-
I mean,
All right.
I was just gonna say that, like, we could also, since we do have such a great large audience, we could, if you guys have any questions for us that you'd like us to answer,
or even it could be truth or dare questions too. That's fine too.
So if anybody has anything, don't be shy. No obligation. They're so shy now.
Yeah,
They're all
right before the camera goes on. Okay.
and enthusiastic. Yes.
How did you meet?
How do we?
Okay. So the
Good
question was, how did we meet? I ran an ad on this thing called Backpage.com. No one knows what Backpage is, so let's rewind out of that.
Where's the crickets
Yeah,
chirping?
never mind. Page.com is a place where people find swinger friends.
Okay.
I find the best jokes are the ones you have to explain.
Yeah. Yes, I did turn the mic back up. Hey.
Hi, Lisa.
Right, they're just not commenting because it wasn't funny.
Oh,
This-
What's the hardest thing touring with all these weirdo guys?
You're the only woman.
Well, we'll get to that. Let's tell them real
You're
quick
asking-
how we've met. So, Ben and I went to grade school together. Ben came in 5th grade, and I was the only person that liked him.
Oh,
No,
man.
Ben's pretty cool.
The
Ben,
hits keep on coming.
I
Jeez.
was gonna say I am batting like I'd say 3 for 10 tonight. But Ben and I, he was like 100 yards away. He like moved into my neighborhood, and Ben played piano, and I sang. We would play piano and sing stuff after school. We'd walk there, and then in 6th grade, we thought we should start a band, and
Good idea.
that was it. And
Yeah, it was.
Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, right. We used to carry our practice amps literally over the hill and through the woods, and our families were very generous with their space and their air.
Sure.
air
Well, they knew that if we were in the basement or whatever, the chances of us doing drugs were less.
If they could hear you playing, then they knew your hands
Right,
are
right.
occupied,
They
right?
knew-
both
Right.
of your hands are occupied.
Right. They cannot be like one hand cannot be holding a spliff if it is on the guitar.
Because usually it's not like it necessarily given that if your kid's in a rock band,
No, if your
they're
kid's
going to
in a-
be like the,
obviously no. If your kid's in a rock band, I would say I'd give
Watch
them
'em.
75 to 80% chance of doing drugs. Well,
The percentage goes up after they stop being kids.
right. Oh yeah. So and then Wendy, Ben knew Wendy through the
Yeah, I met Ben in the Milwaukee Youth Symphony Orchestra, so where he was the tubist. is that the right word
Tubist,
for it?
yeah,
Tubist.
yeah, totally. Yeah.
And I was one of the violins, and yeah, so we knew each other. Did we?
And Wendy was the only nice person to be there too.
Oh come on.
And
What's that?
we met in middle school though, right? Or was it in high school that we met? I don't remember.
I don't know. I think it was high school.
So then we all went to UW-Madison for college. So like,
And we graduated in 2016. Oh, this is kind of, we thought we'd explore music for a little while before going on to real careers.
so then one day I was walking down the street and I ran into Ben and he's like, "Hey, you should meet my roommates, my bandmates, and we're gonna be playing a show." And so then I went. That was the first time I met Mike. And then
She's like, who's this cool guy?
and we lived in dorms that were really close by, so we'd hang out all the time. And I'd go
Yeah.
and see their band, and I thought their band was freaking awesome.
It was, except the drummer at the time we had sucked.
I was just gonna say, I thought they were so awesome that I had to murder the drummer so that I could join. So that's basically what happened. No.
No, but the drummer we had, I'm not going to say his name because he might be, I think, in Facebook friends with him. But he wasn't America's greatest drummer, number one. Number two, he was a stoner. So when we practice, he'd get high, would remember things. Now, I got nothing against what people want to do at home, but when you come to work, you do work. And, you can drink at the job, but I'm going to remember this, most of it. And so Chris...
Oh man!
Nice guy. Not a
Where's the delay? We
not a
got
great
the delay,
job.
right?
He'd always be like, "Let's slow this down." We'd be like, "Let's speed it up." He'd like, "Slow this down." It wasn't a great mix. And then Mifflin Street Block Party 2000 or 1996,
The one with all the fires, the riots.
and they turned over the police car. That was because we stopped playing. We had to go and play their show. But we have 4 shows scheduled that weekend. Mifflin's Party, another one at the university, and then Edgewood College, and then we had 4 shows, 2 shows on Saturday and 2 shows on Sunday. And he's like, "Oh, I got friends coming in from Mifflin's Party, I can't play." And I'm like, "You're a dick."
Right. Plus, like, can't your friends come and watch your
Right.
band
So
play?
he was out of the band, and then we got a temporary guy, and then Wendy's like, "I can play your drums,"
just like that.
and then we're like, "All right," and that was it.
Well, and
Well,
then
you
Mike
forgot
was
about-
like, I could play your cello.
Well, that's
So Mike and Wendy's string quartet for the summer. And Wendy filled in
Well-
in
Yeah, we had to play at a
Nevermore at
wedding.
the time. Right. So we were called Nevermore until... well, I mean, we tried calling ourselves Bloodlust, but the 8th grade talent show
they wouldn't let us do it.
teacher was like, you can't be Bloodlust. And so we're like, all right, well,
The second
Nevermore
choice is Nevermore.
Nevermore is a sweet name. So we were Nevermore from 91
Until
through
1997,
97.
when the lawyers of a band called Nevermore out of Seattle, they were on Metal Blade Records, or whatever, and they sent us a cease and desist for using the name. And we could have said that we have already released a commercially sold album in Wisconsin, and we could have really effed them in Wisconsin. But instead, we said we thought that Wisconsin's just the beginning, right? So we're like, we need a new name because they've already
Yeah.
taken Nevermore for the rest of the
Plus,
country.
we didn't want the death metal fans to come
But
and show up at our show and be like, "You're not
Well,
Nevermore."
they were more prog metal fans, so we could just be like, well, we can talk to girls, and then all of a sudden they'd cry and go home.
But I was sad because we had that Nevermore sign that I
Right,
made that
yeah.
I loved. It was
It's
Well,
so-
that
still
was-
in my garage.
That was a good sign.
Is it really? You
the,
still have
the
it?
Raven?
No, the
Oh.
big light up one. Like,
The Raven was a gift from
Oh.
your. The Raven. No, the Raven.
it's in your office, isn't it? No.
I have the Raven. It's
I
in
got
my
the Raven.
garage.
I got the Raven at the Bristol Renaissance Fair.
Oh. Okay.
I'm talking about handcrafted, like,
She did do something
thing
nice.
with Christmas lights that, like,
Yeah,
So where's that?
I don't know. I think it.
thought it was in your garage.
I thought it was in Marion Street House. Like, I think.
Ah, so you're the one that lost.
If it was in the Marion Street house, it's probably it's underground.
Somebody's like, "What's this giant thing that says
It's in the
Nevermore?"
Smithsonian.
Right.
Some Poe
right next to
family thing.
Fonzie's jacket.
The problem with the name, the problem with Nevermore is that in 1997, we college folk had a bigger web presence than these big scary metal dudes.
Because
So,
they
like,
didn't have a website yet.
Right, and
But
we,
we
had
had
a
a
T3
GeoCities
connection in 1997. So like, yeah,
Smoking.
like we would ICQ each other down the hallway instead of like walking to each other's dorm rooms.
Andy Cohen says, I don't ever remember seeing a Nevermore sign.
Oh, Andy, you're
Well,
breaking my heart. I worked
You
really
should
hard
have
on
looked
that.
harder, pal.
We have pictures of it somewhere. I know we do.
Wendy did a nice job.
It was
Anyway,
like plywood, and I painted
So I think
it.
we answered Ben's question, and
And-
then
Wait,
We answered
what?
your question, how
was
we
meet.
Sunspot your
Question,
first
right?
band?
Sunspot was my first.
Yes.
yes,
But
I've only been in one band since 1990, and it's this one. So
And then Paul's question was, how can you bear to spend time with us?
24/7.
Oh,
Snoring.
it's easy.
Snoring.
They're fun.
snoring.
They're lots of
Yeah.
fun. There's nothing. I mean, yeah, it's disgusting. It smells horrible. But no, that's not your fault, though. Always.
I mean, it's all right. Like, we're in a band. We're not. I mean, we have a job to do.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I mean, it's because we're unified in our front. We're unified in our goal to rock out and have fun all across America.
Despite each other's flatulence.
Right.
Andy says, I
But
remember.
honestly.
I remember when you guys switched the name to Sunspot.
Yeah,
Oh. Okay.
right
Cool.
after the.
But yeah, I don't know if that was maybe not a good answer. I guess maybe these guys they're
You
easy
like
to
'em.
travel with. Like,
Question for the audience: who has the Nevermore oubliette cassette?
ooh.
I think Andy does.
Yeah.
But we switched the name. Was actually ended up being a horrible night. Number one,
Mango Grill?
Yeah, I dyed my. It was the Mango Grill. I dyed my hair black, jet black.
And he looked just
You look like
Elvis.
Meatloaf.
No, but I did my eyebrows,
Oh,
so I looked like Eddie Munster.
Oh, you might have
I
to
really,
put
I
that
really,
photo up.
I really looked like
Yeah.
Eddie Munster, and I know that Butch.
We have video of it.
I know that Butch Patrick has been living on that shit forever.
wait.
And good for him.
You have Oubliette on CD? I don't think we ever released
Yeah, I
that
think
CD.
I think we burned a bunch.
Oh, yeah.
Because
the
people were
homemade
like
ones.
tapes. What
Yeah.
do you,
But if you have a cassette player, we've got boxes and boxes of Oubliette
Absolutely.
cassettes.
Yeah.
So.
and it's got our website spelled wrong on it too. So
our GeoCities,
GeoSites.
our GeoCities website.
okay.
Is that still there?
That's a great question.
The GeoCities is not still
Is it
there.
in the Wayback Machine?
You can go in the Wayback Machine, and I've downloaded most of the HTML.
Sweet.
But the thing is that
progress.
particular night is that the Mango Grill used to let in people who were under 21.
Chicken
We
baby.
will send you one, Andy.
Yes.
The Mango Grill used to let people in if they weren't 21, but that night was the night they said like nobody under 21 can come to the show.
Oh yeah, so our friends were like outside.
This is 1997, so none of us had turned 21 yet. And the cat will love playing with the magnetic tape. That's
Nice. Man.
and so everybody was outside, and we had to like Ben with his wireless was going outside and stuff. And
We've got footage of that.
and I was talking shit about the Mango Grill like right inside the place.
Mike was so full of vinegar, man. He
I was
like,
a young man, and I did what young men did, which is be angry most of the time.
and they were just trying to make mashed potatoes there.
They really
like,
were, and they were
really?
very nice. They were, but the thing is, we made up. We played there again.
Yeah.
Soon afterwards.
Jameson from the Annex was the sound guy. And
That's
he,
right.
he had a soundboard that was built into a old video arcade machine.
Man.
I don't know. Oh,
Yeah.
good memory. Let's play a song.
Yeah, we
I
can.
want to
play
say, can I say one more thing
Yes.
to answer a question?
Yes.
So one other thing that I think really helped us get over like our just space issues, we toured for like 60 hours at a time in my little Nissan pickup truck before we could afford a van.
3 across on
So,
the bench.
right,
like
like
this.
Mike-
Except
Mike
it was
didn't-
more like this.
Right.
It really was.
So Mike always rode in the middle because he didn't know how to drive stick, and then Wendy and I would.
Which was awesome,
switch
'cause that meant I
off,
got to drink.
You know, right? That these are true things as well. But like shoulder to shoulder for 60 hours, you really like have to put aside.
and
your,
we had to have
spatial.
You basically
issues.
merged together your arms.
Right, yeah.
right, and we had to have both our legs into one of those things, and it was a Nissan. It wasn't like one of those things with the back cab
Right.
and stuff like
No.
that. It was all
Tiny little. Right.
Okay.
We're like it's like Voltron. Like we all like go together.
Yeah.
The
Like,
thing that was weird was
Basically, it was like the end of From Beyond, where all the flesh monster merges all the bodies. That was us.
three-headed beast.
Yeah, it was like we came out and it was just like.
But I remember, like, whenever we'd do the longer trips, like, when we came home, my collarbones would
remember
feel,
that,
like,
yeah.
compressed from being squeezed.
Yeah, no, on my butt. Yeah, my
we
butt.
had that homemade blue trailer that Kyle cut
The
the back
chopped
off
off
of a
pickup
pickup
truck.
truck.
Okay,
Gosh,
Yeah.
this is a memory lane.
all right, welcome to old times.
Oh,
let's
man.
let's go play a song.
All right.
Yes, we could play a song from the Radio Free Earth era.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
From the Oubliette era.
From the Oubliette.
Right.
So this is
There you
on the tape. This is on the tape
is on
that
the cassette.
Andy's cat will be molesting.
Because we just played one from Radio Free Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wayback Machine.
This one's on.
sweet. I'm gonna have a delicious Bud Light
Yes.
because it was the kind of crap we had in bed. All right. So let me turn the volume down. Somebody out. Okay.
There you go.
Seems to be a responsibility and which kind of love, but the flower child neglected with the gray sky, beaten with the drought, treated as immaterial grass, cut down and shut out. You're withering away, dying slowly, and you're withering away, dying, dying, dying. selfish kind of love. But the flower child, let's it with the great and with the drought. It has a material house, cut down and shut out. You're withering away, dying slowly, and you're withering away, dying, dying, dying. Oh, will you ever bloom? Don't cry, child of darkness. Oh, the sky will open up the door. You're not alone anymore.
I thought we were having like a long contest at the end there. Like,
Oh, we should have done that. We should have tried to do it until somebody passed out.
right.
Okay.
The longest.
All right. So the last few minutes, we should talk about
Oh, that's nice. We got some nice.
coming up next, or coming up in
Wait a minute.
3 weeks.
Oh, first.
First,
Friday night. Friday. Join us at one of our favorite places to play. No joke. McAuliffe's Pub in Racine.
we played in like Vietnam or anything yet. Oh, it's our favorite place, but the favorite, like in North America, we can safely say the McCullough's
it's
Pub.
like,
Absolutely.
yes. So please join us if you can. I think it's I'm not sure. Maybe might be.
Well,
a
be,
couple-
be prepared to pay a cover.
You know what? We promise we'll make it
Just
worth it.
be prepared to be a cover. But the thing is, $5. It's probably gonna be $5.
don't know.
Maybe it's gonna be
Oh,
$7
that's cheap.
because it's 1996 anymore, right? Like actually $3 was the kind of the thing. But anyway, if it's $6 or whatever, man up, take out your wallet, and do something nice for once, and do it for us.
Yes,
and
so-
if you
and
voted for the mums today,
Oh yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
there you
Thank you.
number one, we thank you, but for our band, that's the important part, but
Nice.
also for the charity.
For the kids.
Yeah, because the kids care, and we actually do care, and this is why we support it. It's the only charity that we actually say tribute to. And if you send us an email, you send us your email that you voted in the Mamas or whatever. Next time you're at a Sunspot show, that counts. Your $5 donation to the Mamas is like a $5 gift certificate off of whatever kind of Sunspot stuff we have.
Mike, could we all approve this? Did you
No,
bring this to the
absolutely
board?
not.
You're giving away the shelf, man.
We are giving away, but the reason we do is because we care, and I don't care about much. You know, I haven't turned this up, so
Ooh,
nobody can hear.
Oh no. It's really sweet. And now that we've just discussed the true meaning of life, we can turn
Yes.
the volume up.
The secrets.
Okay,
Yes, all
that's
the
right.
true secrets. So,
After
McAuliffe's
this
and Racine,
weekend,
McAuliffe's and Racine, Friday night, 9 o'clock.
and then
Let's do it.
Music Madness ATX on March 21st, Austin, Texas. We're coming back for our 12th appearance or whatever at Music Madness ATX, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And we're just gonna burn the city down.
Can't wait. Can't wait for that one.
It's gonna be riots at Aussie's. It's a
Yes.
volleyball bar, and
Volley bar.
a volley bar is what they call it. But I'm not an asshole, so I just call it a volleyball bar.
Will you and Ben play volleyball in slow motion together?
We might.
With guitars.
It's slow
we might.
motion.
Well, the funny thing is,
Oh my
when you
God.
want to talk about beefcake,
Oh,
the
no.
first
Oh, no.
the first
Oh,
time we
don't,
played
no.
there, right? So,
Don't tell the story.
So like
Tell the
2000,
story.
2009 was the first time I was there, and so we went there the night before to check it out because we came in early. We did a couple shows, and then we went let's go check out this place for tomorrow. So we go there, we play volleyball, we're having fun, and there were showers. There were outside showers.
'Cause
to
it
get
gets
the sand.
sandy, yeah.
Obviously, you get sand all over you. And so we were with our man Dan Stoffels. Dano was with us, and Dano was playing volleyball with us. He's now, I believe he's front of house for the band Ronco. They're a country band, and they're really good. They tour all over the they tour stadiums and stuff like that. And he's the front of house guy, or the monitors guy. I'm sorry, he's the monitors guy.
Yep.
But
It all started with Sunspot.
it all started where Dano and I were like, well, obviously sand in our stuff, so we got to take a naked shower. And all of a sudden, the wait staff's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "What?"
So
Because it's like
when
20 feet from the dinner tables, and there's no door on the shower.
Yeah.
It's just open.
And it's
so
like
you can
Mike and
see.
Dano
You can look-
hosing each other's off, like naked
Talk
bodies
about
off.
beefsteak.
Well, I'm just saying, you guys have been to Europe.
And that
You
water,
know how it goes.
And that water was cold too.
Well, obviously the water was cold. You could tell. You could tell. Hey, not everybody's a shower now. Oh, sorry, Siri. Siri
picked up on that.
Siri picked up. She's like, who'd you like to call? No one. Anyway, so that was the first time we were there, and the thing is that they've invited us back 10 times.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So we're going to be there, and there's going to be a super fun event also on Friday for bands. Educational event that's kicking it off at 1 o'clock. And we play at 7 o'clock on Saturday night. So if you're in Austin during South by Southwest, this is an unofficial event, so you don't need a badge or anything silly.
And you don't even, it's free. It's
Free
completely
show.
free. So,
Right.
doesn't get any better than that. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Andy is also correct.
Oh, man. You've been there for some of the finest, Andy.
Technically, Andy,
Now
I
we're-
was
no.
not naked on stage because I had a bass in front of me. So
Yeah,
nobody's...
but how do you think I felt having to look at your vertical smile all
Right?
night?
They had to tear Scott Street Steak and Pub
Like-
down after that show.
The thing is that the band that played before us, they were called Jeff Gay and the Straits. They were a punk band, and they were good. And
They were
the
really
leads-
good. And they played Andrew WK.
They did play NWK songs. We loved them. We had a lot of fun. But the guy went down to his
Skivvies.
That
skivvies.
was the keyboard player.
I don't know. Some dude went down to his skivvies.
Thought it was a
And,
keyboard.
and when the opener goes to his skivvies,
Game on.
The headliner's got it.
right?
Step up to the plate.
I was going to say, there's no way that the story from that night was going to be their keyboard player hiding his underwear. Like, it just wasn't. I know you weren't going to come home from that and be like, we saw this band. Can't believe the keyboard player played in his underwear. They didn't even talk about our band.
I thought you.
There was no way in
I thought
hell
somebody
we were going to let that
fancied it.
happen.
Well, I thought you took off your boxers for practical reasons because you took off your pants and realized you were wearing your dad's boxers from the 70s.
Oh,
Well-
they weren't boxers. They were tidy whities.
They were bikini briefs, and they weren't tidy whities. They were red, white, and blue. For Christ's
Sorry, I
sake.
stand
Thanks,
corrected. Tidy whities with some blue and
My
red.
mother gave them to me as a joke one time. I don't think she thought I'd wear them. And then I'm like, hell yeah!
Somebody just loved that one.
I got a heart. Nice.
I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna wear them.
Man.
And anyway, they ended up at Scott Street Steak and Pub. But we just, I know, right, Vic, Bud Light is all we had in the back. So
He doesn't know what to say. He's shocked.
right, I know. There's
You've seen us drink worse, Vic.
yeah, right. It's still not
Lone Star.
Lone Star.
I love Lone Star.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do too. I especially like the way it comes out of my brown star.
But like the first time we played in San Antonio, we went up to the bar and we always ask, like, do you have something local? And they're like, Lone Star. So we're like, oh, cool, well, Texas
We
beer.
thought it was like this local
We
brew.
thought it was like a mic, so we drank it. We're like, this is awesome. So the rest of the time we were in Texas, we just kept buying Lone Star.
Suitcase. The
Suitcase
red, white,
Lone
and blue
Star,
suitcase.
$10.
It was great.
Yeah, it's a homemade colonic. And
Oh my god.
Wrong
Okay.
end, Mike.
Wow. So
right.
this has been a fun night. Oh, before we wrap things up with another song, though,
Yeah.
I want to mention, because we have special guests in our audience that are from the Galena Paranormal Conference and the Galena Ghost Tour. And what's the website? Galena Haunting?
Haunted Galena
Haunted
Conference.
HauntedGalenaConference.com.
So, if you're anywhere in the Midwest, you want to make sure you mark the dates. May
15th and 16th.
And 16th, thank you, Ted. And it's going to be an awesome, awesome event. I've already been on their ghost tour, which was phenomenal. So if you're ever in Galena, make sure you go and check it out, because these guys. But they also are amazing performers, musicians. One of us.
Yeah, so
Two of us.
We're all gonna party. We're gonna let it rip
Yeah.
in Galena, May 15th and 16th.
And the tickets are on sale, so you can reserve your tickets now.
Yep.
And-
HauntedGalenaConference.com. Don't bit. Come to this conference because it's the hottest ticket.
It's going to be fun. There's going to be some Sunspot playing. There's going to be
Boom.
some ghost tale telling, and
If you're anywhere near the Galena area that weekend and you like paranormal stuff or good music, if you don't go, you are cheating yourself.
There
So
you go.
don't
Yeah,
cheat yourself.
seriously. And
Don't
it's
cheat yourself. Cheat with us.
and it's the first one ever. So like you can be one of the first people on the ground floor, and it's always exciting when there's a new thing.
It is. That's true. It is.
It's exciting to be part of.
We love excitement. You love excitement. So join us May 15th and 16th. And if you don't, you can take yourself off my friends list right now.
Is there anything else, Ted?
One
and
star
Robin?
beer for you.
You want to add any other?
Nope, and we'll see you all there, and we're looking forward to Sunspot providing the music for our opening night celebration.
Oh my
It's
God!
gonna be
Yes.
Right,
fabulous.
yeah, no, right. And the thing is, I'm gonna wear my dad's bikini briefs that night. You might be up for
You heard it
something
here first.
extra fun.
I told you you still have it.
Oh my gosh.
Of course, I still have those. It's family. It's the family heirloom. Some people, right?
Bikini briefs.
Right. What does your family say? What does your family say?
Some family have like jewelry or like
Yeah.
Afghan or
Family
something like that.
Not us. We got something
Family
my dad got from J.C. Penney in 1968.
That might be worth
Family
something.
jewels.
What's worth something?
Vintage-
It's
vintage
worth something
Emmys.
now. It's worth something after it's cupped. All right, guys, we should play a song.
All right. Yes.
How
Thank
about
you.
a
And
more
thank you-
recent one?
Thank you, Scott Marcus, for
Helping out with the cameras.
the last minute camera.
It's paranormal camera.
What are we playing?
We're playing Last of the Lucky Ones.
Oh, I get some percussion on this one.
This song was originally called Last of the LOI, but our producer had never read The Time Machine by H.G. Wells, said that was stupid, and we changed the name to Last of the Lucky Ones.
But you still mention LI in the.
Yeah, it's in there.
What?
It's an Easter egg.
Oh, do we need to adjust that? And with it?
Yeah.
It's not all percussion.
For a second in time, the metropolis is paradise. Paradise. There's no struggle to survive. It's an easy life. Easy life. Overlord from the below. No about famine or disease. Just more corn syrup if you please. That I'm like beer and rerun. We are the last of the lucky ones. We are the last of the lucky ones. I got everything I need on my hierarchy of needs. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, tell
terribly pleased. Thank God they all don't have guns. We are the last of the lucky ones. We are the last of the lucky ones. I enjoy my ivory tower on the labor of those who work for 40 cents an hour. And LOI who has it easy. Before they know it's a big lie. Overlords of the below don't care about famine or disease. Just walk on syrup if you please. Thank God they all don't have guns. We are the last of the lucky ones. We are the last of the lucky ones. We are the last of the lucky ones. We are the last of the lucky ones.
Woo!
There it is.
All right, hey, thanks to the studio audience. You guys are awesome. Next Tuesday night, we're going to party with you from Sunspot Rehearsal. And then after that, the next time we're going to talk to you is going to be from Austin, Texas.
And join our Patreon community. What is it? Patreon.com/sunspotmusic.
That's right. It's really easy.
And for some added bonuses and other, we got some new members last week.
We did. So if you guys like stuff like this, we're going to be hanging out tomorrow night, talking about more music with our Patreons, and we'll see you then.
Cheers.
Good night.
Right, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Turn this thing off.
All right, turn this damn thing off.